Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. So for today's video I have decided to do another get ready with me in lockdown to go nowhere type of thing. I really enjoyed filming the other one of these that I did recently, and to be honest, filming these videos just gives me an excuse to play with makeup, which, not that I need an excuse, but just validate me here. Gives me an excuse to sit and play with some eyeshadow and just get some colour going on and have a bit of fun. So if you want to see me get ready and put some makeup on my face and have a bit of a laugh, basically, keep watching. And without further ado, let's get into the video. I felt like wearing this little lilac top for a good reason, and it's because I did blue last time I did one of these videos, and today I felt like playing with purple and lilac and that kind of thing. So I've worn a top that is hopefully going to match the makeup that we're going to end up with. I've got two palettes here. Again, both of them are Morphe palettes because they're my absolute favourites. So I've got the 3.5i, the Icy Fantasy one, and then I've got the coveted JACLYN Hill Volume 2 palette as well. I haven't actually used this yet, so I'm really excited to have a little bit of a play with this one. This one's just a trusty one for whenever I want to do like pastel-y, colourful kind of looks, because it just has a little bit of everything in it. So I always have this one on standby just in case. But I absolutely love both of these palettes. So I've got those here. And then I've got some other products that I'm just going to put on as we go through. But the main purpose of this is just to have a little bit of a play with some eyeshadow. And I felt like doing purple, so that's what we're going to go for. But before I jump into doing makeup, the first thing I'm going to do out of my little stash of things I've got next to me here is I'm going to put some of the Milk Makeup Cooling Water on under my eyes. I haven't long woken up, I'm not going to lie to you. And when I've woken up, I do get a bit of puffiness going on. Like, I don't know how obvious that is on camera, but I do get it, and my face can be a bit puffy if I've had like a deep night's sleep. But I find that this cooling water just, I like how it feels under my eyes, and I do find that it does help to depuff my eyes, which is like the objective of it. So I'm just going to put some of this under my eyes and just pat it in, like the excess of it. Okay, so I've put that on and just like patted in some of the excess, so hopefully that will soak in and be all fabulous by the time I come to do my face makeup. I always start with my eyes in case I make a mistake. I know different people do their makeup in their own favourite order. I always do my eyes first in case I mess up, and it's far easier to clean up, and then I haven't got to ruin any like face makeup that looks really good. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eyelids real quick so they're all ready for the eyeshadow, and hopefully it won't crease as bad. And to do that, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is probably my all-time favourite concealer. Some days I will use this as foundation, literally just put it on like any, like, you know, blemishes or spots or whatever, and people think I've got foundation on. It's that good. And it also works really well as an eyeshadow primer, and yeah, it's just an absolute classic. Like, if you can get your hands on this, get it, it's amazing. And my shade, in case anyone's interested, I am light neutral, which is 22N. So, and I always get my concealer a little bit lighter than my actual skin tone, just so it's more brightening under my eyes when I actually use it as like concealer and not eye primer. So I'm just going to put some of this onto my eyelids and just blend it out real quick. And to blend it out, I'm just going to use my pink beauty blender. Okay, so that's the concealer on my eyelids, so they're all primed and ready to go. So let's get on to the eyeshadow. So the first eyeshadow palette that I'm gonna have a little play with and a little dip into is the JACLYN Hill Volume 2 palette from Morphe. It looks like that in case you've never seen it before, but for today's makeup I'm going to be sticking around this corner of the palette over here, which is like the purples and like the pinky toned ones. But yeah, I love this palette, like the colours in that. I'm thinking of using the shade Therapy Sesh, and possibly the shade here, Not My Journey. I mean, the glitter one there, A Moment, is just, oh, that looks so gorgeous as well. Very, very excited to be playing with this beautiful thing. Well, I guess the very first thing that I'm going to do is set the concealer with just a light shade, just so it's all smooth and lovely. So to do that, I'm going to use the shade up here, which is called Certified, and I'm just going to use a Spectrum A07 brush just to pack that onto my lids. And there we go, that's done. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I can't really get you guys much closer than this, just because of the way like my room is set up. The next thing I'm going to do using the JACLYN Hill palette is I'm just going to put a transition shade into my crease. I always do this, I just think it just starts you off in like the right way. So to do that, I'm going to use the Morphe M139 brush. Blimey, a bit of a mouthful. Just looks like that basically. I think I'm going to take this shade here, Perfectionist, which I have actually used before as a transition shade and I like what it did, so I'm going to go with that. Not too much because I don't want the transition shade to take away like the purple that we're going for. Okay, so that's the transition shade on, and now it's time to play with all the purples. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put that gorgeous shade there, Therapy Sesh, over the transition that I've just done, but I'm only going to put it in like the inner half of my crease because I think I'm going to put Not My Journey on the outer half, so it's like a bit darker, so it'll like smoke it out almost. So yeah, I'm going to put that Therapy Sesh shade on first. So I'm just going to take a Morphe M513 brush. I got this in like the Pride set that they did last year. Yeah, it's just another like crease type brush, and I'm just going to take that on there and just pack it on. Look how intense that is. Look, can you see that? Like, these shades are so pigmented. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I've put that Therapy Sesh shade on the inner half. Like, I cannot tell you how pigmented these shadows are. Like, the colour payoff on them is just insane. I'm so happy. So I think the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Not My Journey shade and I'm going to put that on the outer half of my crease. And to do that, I'm going to use the Morphe M321 brush. It's just a little bit more like dense, I think. It's not as big and fluffy as like the other brush that I just used, but yeah, just a little, it's a little bit more precise, and it can just get really in there, and like I can put it where I want it. Okay, so I've got that purple on the outer crease, and I'm aware that at this point it probably looks absolutely terrifying, but it'll all come together in the end, I hope. I think the next thing I'm going to do just before I add anything else to it is I'm just going to blend those together, just so it's more seamless and everything. So to do that, I'm going to use the Morphe E27 brush. It's just really fluffy and a little bit flared out, and I use this for blending and I really like it basically. Okay, that doesn't look as scary. But before I move on, the one thing I am going to do is I'm going to go back in with that shade Therapy Sesh, because the darker one just took some of that away a little bit and I don't want to lose it, so I'm just going to go back in with that and just put some more of that back on again. Okay, I've managed to bring that back and I'm happy with how that looks. So I think those two shades are all I'm going to use from the JACLYN Hill palette, and I am now going to switch over to the 3.5 eye palette real quick because there's all these lovely purple shades around this side of the palette over here, and I definitely want to get on that. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this purple shade here, which I have used before for another purple eye look that I did a couple of months ago to go to a concert. And I really liked how it looked. So I'm going to take that purple one there. I'm just going to take my finger for this because sometimes with shadows, when you put them on your lid, they just go on better when you use your finger. I don't know why. I just find they do. So I'm just going to dab my finger in that and just pack that onto my lid real quick. can see that, but that shade in the 3.5 eye palette is more of a lilac rather than like a bright purple. And yeah, I just love how that looks. Like that lilac shade, I'm just obsessed with it. Oh my god, I'm just really gonna pack this on. So we have actually got some dimension to this now, because you've got like the lighter lilac and then like the other purples in the crease. Yeah, I really like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is back in with the 3.5 eye palette again. I am now going to take this corner shade up here. I can't remember what these are called because you have to use the film to find the names. So that lilac shade that I just used was called Dreamer. And then this one in the corner up here is called Spellbinding. This one's called Spellbinding. I'm just going to put that over the lilac shade on my lid just to add a bit of shimmer so this look isn't completely matte. And again, I'm just going to use my finger because I just think fingers work better. I mean, look at that colour payoff. Like, can you even see that? Like, oh, I wish like you could see that properly, but just obsessed with Morphe shadows. They're the best. Okay, so I've put that on. It hasn't added a great deal of shimmer to it, but that doesn't matter because I've got a plan to add some glitter and some bling to this eyeshadow look. But it's just added a little something more to it. But before I go any further, again, I am just going to take my E27 brush and just blend this together because I don't want any like harsh lines or anything like that, because no, it's not good. There we are, just blended that a little bit more, and oh my god, I am absolutely loving how this is looking. I'm so happy. So I told you I had a plan to add some bling and some drama to this eyeshadow look, because it's not an eyeshadow look of mine if there isn't glitter or shimmer in there somewhere. So to add some glitter, I'm going to be using my glitter Gelée in the shade Beiges from Glossier. This is from the Glossier Play collection. And yeah, it's just in a little pot like that, and mine's in the shade Beiges. Like, can you see that before I open it, like in the light, like the glitter that's hopefully gonna appear on my eyes? But this is, I love it because there's small bits of glitter, there's bigger bits of glitter, and you don't necessarily know what you're gonna end up with. And it's just different like textures and that, and when it catches the light in the right way, it just looks stunning. So I absolutely love this. So I'm just gonna dip my finger into this and just put it onto my lid very gently. You don't need much of this at all. That will literally do the vast majority of it. Don't need much at all. Can you see that? There's like a little bit of a shimmer layer on top now. Like, I don't know how well you can see that, but at the end of this video I'll add a close-up in at the end so you can see everything better. But oh my god, I love that glitter so much. It just looks absolutely stunning. And that is exactly what I was hoping to end up with this look. Just the purple and then the shimmer. It's exactly what I wanted. So that is the eyeshadow done. That actually didn't take too long for me because sometimes I can spend quite literally ages doing eyeshadow. So the next thing I'm going to do is pop on some eyeliner because I cannot have a makeup look without eyeliner. I just don't feel complete without it. So the eyeliner I'm going to use today is the Pro Tip eyeliner from Glossier. I absolutely adore this eyeliner. It's just so black and so crisp, and it's like a liquid liner but it's in a pen, so it's the best of both. I love how it looks basically, and it's really long lasting and everything. I'm just going to do this off camera because concentration face is a real thing, and yeah, it's not an attractive one, so I'm going to do this off camera real quick and then I'll come back. Okay, so that's my eyeliner on. This one definitely went better than this one, but if I try and mess with it too much I'll wreck the eyeshadow, so I'm just going to roll with it. I'm just going to chill and just let it be. But yeah, as you can see, I've just got a little cat flick going on both eyes. This one, for some reason I can do this one way better than this one. I just don't get how, but oh well. And then the next thing I'm going to do leading on from eyeliner is I'm going to pop some mascara onto my lashes, and I've gone for my favourite mascara of all time, which is the Lash Domination mascara from BareMinerals. I just love this. Like, I could rave about this for ages and ages and ages. Like, it just makes my lashes so long and it curls them, and yeah, I just love it. Like, I've worn this before, and then people have like come up to me and said, like, what false eyelashes are you wearing? Like, or are you wearing, like, what falses are you wearing? It's like, I'm not wearing false lashes, it's just mascara and it's just this. But yeah, it's my absolute favourite. I just felt like using it because I haven't used it for a little bit because I haven't really been wearing much makeup during lockdown. So I just fancied whipping this out today and just using it because I just love how it looks. So I am going to quickly do this off camera because, again, like eyeliner, concentration face is real, and I don't know, some of the faces I pull when I do mascara, it'd be like meme worthy material. So I'm just going to do this off camera real quick and then I'll come back. Okay, so that's mascara on and done. I just love what that does to my lashes. You'll see it later on in a close-up when I've got everything on, but yeah, that mascara is my absolute favourite. So if you need a new mascara and you don't know what one to go for, get that one. It's amazing and I can literally swear by it. I've used it for years now. I just love it. It's just so good. So that is the eyes essentially done and dusted. So the next thing I'm going to do is put on some primer, ready for my foundation. And for primer today, I've got the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I just really like this one. I've had it for a couple of months. Just looks like that in a bottle. I think there's only like one shade for it, it's just the soft matte one. So I'm just going to put some of this on the back of my hand. I normally go for like 2 pumps, I think. Just depends what I'm feeling. And to blend that out, I'm going to use the Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques. I just like how this blends things out. I just think it's really good. So that's my face all primed and buffed and ready to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is foundation, naturally. And for today's foundation, I'm going to be using the Beige Healthy Glow foundation from Chanel. I haven't used this in a while, but I stumbled across it a couple of days ago and was like, I haven't used this in ages, like, let's just see, like, you know, I just felt like using it because I hadn't used it in a while. Because when you have a lot of makeup, you like forget about things quite easily and you just reach for the same things and then things get forgotten about, and this was definitely something that got forgotten about in my collection. But I remember that I used to absolutely love using this, and this was one of like the first like Chanel products that I ever like got for myself. And also this has got SPF 25 in it, which with all the sunny weather we're having at the minute, an SPF is essential. Like, we all need to be wearing sun protection, kids. So SPF 25 for my face, perfect. So I just stumbled across it and I just thought I would use it in today's look, and hopefully it will be as good as I remember. So I'm just gonna pump some of this onto the back of my hand. Like, the pump is a mess. Like, I don't know how it got this dirty. So I'm just gonna pump a little bit of that onto the back of my hand. And then to blend that into my face, I'm going to be using my Spectrum BO1 brush. This is my trusty foundation brush. I just adore it and I use it all the time for foundation. I literally don't use anything else. Okay, so that is foundation on and all blended, and that's where the good old catfish magic happens and where like the biggest transformation happens. I will say that foundation, it's not full coverage, but it's definitely not light coverage, so probably like medium, like somewhere in the middle, but you can definitely add more on, and it's quite buildable, so you can like add more and build the coverage that you want with it. But I'm really happy with that, and I don't know why I stopped using it for so long. It's really nice. So if you're after like an in the middle foundation that's not like full on filter proof like some of them are, I can definitely recommend this one. So, and I should have probably said before, my shade is number 20. I'm shade number 20, so yeah, just in case anyone's interested. So leading on from that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm actually going to use it as concealer this time instead of eyeshadow primer. So I'm just going to put that on a couple of unwanted visitors that have appeared on my face, and I'm just going to put it under my eyes and all the normal places that I put concealer. I don't know what this is on my neck, but I'm putting concealer on it anyway. I think it's a bite. I asked my mum and she thinks it's a bite, so I spend time outside and I get bitten by something, so that's just great. And then to blend all of that out, I am just going to be using my pink beauty blender again. So that is concealer all done. So the next thing I am going to do is set my face with some powder, and my favourite powder of choice is just the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is literally like the most affordable thing ever, but it just does a really good job, and yeah, I just really like it because it's translucent, so it doesn't add any colour, but it just sets everything in place. And to do that, I'm going to be using my Spectrum A01 brush. This is my trusted powder brush. I just love it. It's really big, it's fluffy, it's domed, and it just gets the job done real fast. So that's my face all set with powder. So the next thing I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to add some bronzer to my face, just to give me some like contour and a bit of like, you know, so I don't look like Casper the Ghost, because oh my god, I miss being tanned so bad. And today's bronzer is just the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I really like this bronzer. It's more on the natural side of things rather than like a really like deep dark bronzer. But I really like it. It gives me some structure on my cheekbones, and yeah, I really like it. So if you want a new bronzer that actually smells really nice, like, I don't know why, but this smells really good. I don't know if anyone else thinks that, but I think it smells nice. So yeah, I'm just going to put this in the hollows of my cheeks and around my forehead where like the sun would naturally catch it. And to do that, I am just going to be using my Spectrum A04 brush. I always use this brush for bronzer. It's just my favourite. So that is my bronzer done. So like I said, it's nothing too OTT, but it just gives me a little bit of a glow on my face, and I can just add some structure to my face as well. So the next thing I am going to do, leading on from bronzer and contour and all that kind of thing, is I'm going to add some highlight. And like I said before, I love glitter, I love shimmer, and yeah, I just love that. So highlighter is one of my favourite products to use, and today I'm going to be using the Dandelion Twinkle Box Highlight from Benefit. I just love the glow that this gives. It's almost like subtle kind of, but if you pack it on, it can be really blinding. And to put this on, I'm going to be using the Morphe M451 brush. This is a highlighter brush. I have used like fan brushes in the past, but I just think this one's more precise and it gets the product on better. Like, can you see that? Can you see that glow right there? Like, if you pack this stuff on, like, it says twinkle, but you can glow with this stuff. And then the next thing I'm going to do real quick is add some more colours back to my face, and I'm going to add some blusher. And for today's blush, I'm going to be using the Cloud Paint from Glossier. Today I'm going to be using the shade Puff, which is just a pink shade, because obviously I've got like pinks and purple on my eyes, so I thought a pink blush would be the most coordinated one to use rather than like a peachy one. I just felt like a pink blush would just match the eye makeup and just be a bit more like, I don't know, coordinated. So I'm just going to put this on my finger and just blend it out real quick. You don't need a lot of this product as well, which is really good. Like, the payoff you get from a little bit is just insane. Yeah, a pink blush was definitely the right decision. Like, I just love how that ties into the eyes and everything, and it'll tie into the lipstick hopefully as well, that I've got to put on in a bit. But yeah, a pink blush was definitely the right call because it's just more coordinated then. So the next thing I'm going to do, finally, I've been waiting to do this for ages, is I'm going to do my eyebrows, because these are not staying like that. No. So for today's brows, I'm going to be using the Dipbrow Pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a cult product. I have seen so many people talk about this and love it. It took me ages to get on the hype, but as soon as I got it, I was like, holy shit, this is the one. This is brilliant. It's just, you can do anything with it. You can add shape, you can add drama, you can literally do anything with this product. So I felt like using it today. I haven't used it for a while, mainly because I haven't been wearing makeup all that much, but I felt like whipping it out for today's video because I feel like doing some proper brows to go with the eye makeup that I've got. I thought if I've gone bold on my eyes, I may as well go bold on my brows too. Now, you don't get a brush with this pomade, but the brush that I always use to do my brows whenever I use this product is the MAC 208 brush. I've had this brush for absolute years. The fact that it hasn't fallen apart from the amount of times that I've washed it is ridiculous. But yeah, I can definitely recommend this little brow brush if you need one. Like, MAC brushes are generally quite good. So I'm just gonna dip this in, just get some product on the brush and just do my brows. As I said before, you can literally do anything with it. So like, I've added some shape back in, and I've got like a more defined arch as well, which I love to have sometimes. But also, because of using the brush, you can add little upward strokes as well, which like mimic brow hairs, which I like to do as well sometimes. I'm just gonna fix this one up and I'm gonna do the other one off camera real quick, otherwise we'll be here for ages. Okay, so that's my brows on. I get they probably look a little bit scary, but that's the kind of beauty of using the pomade rather than like a pencil. Like, you do get very bold brows when you use this product, but I just felt like going all out today, seeing as I've done such a bold eye look. Like, I thought, you know what, if you're gonna do it, just go the whole hog. So they probably look really different, but yeah, I just add some upward strokes in the middle, line up the bottom line as well, and then add an arch here and here and just extend them down a little bit. That's the basic premise of what I do when I do my eyebrows. That's the shape done. But one more thing I am going to do real quick is I am just going to add some Glossier Boy Brow over the top. Now, I normally use this to do fluffy brows, but I don't feel like doing fluffy brows today. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to comb some of this through just to almost set my brows in place. I'm not going to back comb the hairs and make them fluffy. I just don't feel like having fluffy brows today, and that's fine. So I'm just going to comb some of this through. The product looks white on the brush, but it doesn't come out like that, and it doesn't dry like that either. So I'm just gonna set my brows. So the final step in this makeup look to finish everything off is to add some lipstick. So for today's lipstick, I'm going to be using the Kylie Jenner Cosmetics lip kit in the shade Posie K. I got this when I was in New York and I got it from Ulta. If you haven't seen the Ulta Beauty haul where I talk about this in more detail, I'll link it in the description box if you want to go and watch that. But yeah, I haven't used this before, but I swatched it while I was there, and it's like a really nice pink shade. So again, like the blush, I thought a nice pink lip would tie in with the eyeshadow really nicely. So hopefully this will look on my lips how I think it will look. But that's what it looks like in case you've never seen it before, and the pencil has just flown off, so that's great. So the pencil decided to do a runner, so I've just gone and picked it up real quick. So that's what it all looks like in case you've never seen one of Kylie's lip kits before. You just get the matte liquid lipstick, or some of them are satin, but this one's a matte one. And then you just get the matching lip liner to go with it. So I am literally just going to line my lips with the pencil real quick and then put the liquid lipstick over the top. I don't always use lip liner, but I felt like going all out today and actually using it for once. So that's my lips all lined and shape and everything. So I'm just going to quickly pop some of the liquid lipstick on the top. And I've never used this before, so I'm excited to see how it looks. I am obsessed with that lipstick. Oh my god, it looks so nice. I have to say though, as much as Kylie's lip kits can be quite pricey, I do really like them, and like they do last a long time. Like if you use the lip liner and the lipstick together, I do find that they last a long time, and you do get good quality for the money that you're paying for it. And they dry down instantly. Like I've literally just put that on, it's already dried down matte. Like that's so quick. Little duck face. But yeah, really, really happy with that lipstick, and I think it ties into the eyeshadow and everything else really nicely. And that's it. That is my makeup done. Like, we did it. Woohoo! Like, if you got this far, like, hats off to you, because I know that I'm quite slow and I am known to ramble. So if you're watching this right now, thank you for getting this far. I do appreciate it. And thanks for, like, you know, hanging on in there and everything. But that's my makeup done. Thank you for watching. If you got this far, I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, you know the drill by now, guys. Smash a thumbs up to me, come chat to me in the comments, and if you're new around here, I would absolutely love it if you could hit that subscribe button, and also you should come follow me on all my other socials. I'm on Instagram the most. I'll put my username on the screen so you can come and check me out there, but everything else will be linked in the description box too. Yeah, I hope you like this makeup. I just fancied having a play with some eyeshadow and some different colours, and I just thought I would film it instead of just sitting at my mirror and just doing it by myself. Like, it does take me longer to do these videos, so I hope you enjoy them and I hope you appreciate them. Like, they can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but I hope you enjoy watching them, and it is more fun to actually film this so I can look back on it in the future and everything else, instead of just me doing it by myself just for me. Like, it is quite nice to share. But come chat to me in the comments, let me know what you think of this video, if you enjoyed it and everything. Do you like these get ready with me? Do you want more of them? Do you want more beauty videos and makeup videos? Because I can quite happily sit here and film my makeup like as many times as you guys want, because I have so many different palettes that I could play with. So if you want that, give this video a thumbs up, or just let me know in the comments or DM me on Instagram or whatever, because, you know, I make these videos for you guys as well as for me, so I want to give you the content that you want to see. But I hope you like the makeup. I will insert a quick close-up clip over this so you can see what everything looks like closer up and in a bit more detail, because I appreciate that from a distance like this it can be quite hard to see what things actually look like. So I'll add a close-up so you can see what everything looks like in more detail, just a little bit better. But thank you for watching. I love you all loads, and I will see you all soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.